I thought I was dying, and actually, I was.
My relationship to Tom is he's my dad. When I saw him, and then it progressively got worse, I was really worried. I was like, oh, he could die.
I started having all these symptoms. One of them was a blurring in my right eye. There was like a residual cough, and then there was some sort of strange fatigue. And then my salivary gland started protruding, but worst of all, it really affected my taste buds, so I stopped eating. There was consultations with at least 6 or 7 doctors, and I kind of found out later, I was close to multiple organ failure. So I really didn't know what to do. And I said, okay, I am flat done with that. And the idea of Mayo had been brought up. And I thought, okay, we're going to do something else now.
Well, I remember going through his records and talking to him and his family, and they found something in his lung, and of course they went after it. For me, I was really needed to think, well, is this even this fungal infection at all?
And so when we met Dr. Tosh, our first appointment, the pressure in the room just went whew, and he just started just breaking down each area, each symptom, and starting over.
And then what was relatively new, his kidneys were getting worse, and I didn't have a good explanation for that. I needed some help.
And then the referral to the kidney doctor, and that was Dr. Wizard.
And there's a rare condition that can involve multiple organs, including kidneys, as well as the salivary glands.
At a certain point, he said, there may be a diagnosis which explains, all of your symptoms.
Oh my God, my first impression was this could be all wrong. He might not have cryptococcal pneumonia. He might not have multiple myeloma. He might not die.
The diagnosis of Mayo was a rare autoimmune disease, IgG4. In my thinking, there was probably only a handful of physicians in the world who might have, made that diagnosis.
When other folks figured out what he had, I remember thinking that's sort of this magic of Mayo Clinic. You get the right folks involved, and trust your colleagues. And sure enough, we got the right diagnosis and got him on the right path.
Mayo Clinic has meant everything. It saved my life. I don't know whether it was Minnesota or Mayo or what it was. There was no cynicism, and there was no cynicism at all at any level.
He's doing much, much better because he is now very, very spicy.
I feel incredible. I just feel normal. I feel robust.
That's good.